Breaking updates coming in from Karnataka, where Chief Minister B.S. Yeddyurappa is set for a clear majority in Karnataka Bypolls. You've got at this point Yeddyurappa and the BJP leading in 11 out of the 15 seats. The Congress has 2, the JDS has 1, and they've got 1 independent, Sharad Gowda in Hoskote, who is leading. At this point, there's also a close fight that's happening in KRPet, the Bypoll seat, where the BJP's Narayana Gowda is currently leading. Narayana Gowda was with the JDS and jumped ship to the BJP, and it's clear at this point that he's leading, albeit a very, very close margin. It will be an embarrassment, no doubt, for the JDS if they lose the KRPet seat, because this is supposed to be their stronghold. It is in the Mandya district, in the sugar belt of the state, where the JDS has enjoyed some certain amount of power and have retained seats in the past. But after losing in the Lok Sabha elections, the Mandya constituency, it looks like they could lose KRPet as well. Several other, in fact, constituencies where we're seeing a neck-and-neck fight in the likes of Ranebennur as well as in Yashwantpur in Bengaluru. The BJP at this point is leading in 11 out of 15 seats. The Congress is in 2. The JDS has only 1, which is in Yashwantpur in Bengaluru, which is still witnessing a close fight. And you have that 1 independent who is leading at this point. So even as we're getting you all the latest numbers, let me take this across to Nolan Pinto, who's joining us from outside Siddaramaya's residence. Nolan, break down the numbers for us, particularly about the numbers in Karnataka, in Bengaluru, I beg your pardon.
Akshita, I was doing some calculations over here. Now, if the BJP has a lead in 11 and they stick to that, so 105 is their actual number. Now, if you add the 11, that if they win these, then joining along with them the independent candidate, the BSP candidate, the BSP member of the Legislative Assembly had also hinted that he would support them. And again, Sharad Gowda, we must remember, even though he's fighting as an independent as of now, he's still the son of a sitting BJP MP. Towards the end, he might just support the BJP itself, give them outside support. So if you're looking at all that, their numbers go up to 119 in a 224 member assembly. Now again, we must remember that there are 2 more constituencies out of the 17, only 15 went to the polls. There are 2 more constituencies over here. So as of now, the BJP, adding all these together, will come up to 119, which is what he requires. He needs just 113. These extra numbers gives him that flexibility to go ahead and do whatever he needs to do. There is so much of work remaining to be done in Bengaluru. For all this while, Chief Minister B.S. Yeddyurappa could not do that because of the problems over here and the concentration on the flood, the havoc that the floods wreaked in North Karnataka, and also because of these elections. So if he gets these numbers, comfortable victory, 119 to 120, we can expect, hopefully citizens of Karnataka can expect some sort of development, especially in places like Bengaluru, which is in dire need of a change in infrastructure.
So essentially, this brings about a sense of stability, going by these trends alone. And that's what the BJP is saying, that this is a vote to ensure that there is finally some level of some sense of stability in the state of Karnataka. Let me take this across also to Nagarjun, who is joining us from outside Yeddyurappa's residence. Nagarjun, have the celebrations begun outside Yeddyurappa's residence, or is the BJP still going to wait it out for an hour or 2 before they get a confirmation that they've, passed this test?
Well, there's no celebration at this point of time, but a couple of cabinet ministers did drop into the Chief Minister's residence. C.C. Patil and Deputy Chief Minister Karjol are at the Chief Minister's residence now discussing as to what will be the next step that the BJP will take. 11 leads for BJP and 2 to Congress and 1 to independent candidate and 1 to JDS. Yashwantpur constituency, where JDS was leading, they have continued to lead there. And KRPet constituency, the strong bastion for JDS, they have lost, they're trailing, in fact, not lost, but they're trailing there, and we'll have to wait and watch that constituency, keep an eye on that constituency, because the lead also is hardly a few hundred votes is what we are told. But 11 leads to BJP, clear margin, by clear margin. They expected this is what we are told. Their internal survey did give them 10, but the Chief Minister was confident, pushing that up to 13. Like he spoke yesterday to the media, he said 13 seats out of 15 the BJP would take. Seems like his prediction is coming to 11 out of the 15 have gone to BJP at this point of time in terms of lead.
Okay, Nolan, you were wanting to make a point there earlier. Go ahead.
Akshita, when we're talking about stability, now the numbers are giving them the numbers, according to the numbers, 119, 120, adding together the independents supporting the BJP government led by Chief Minister B.S. Yeddyurappa. If you're looking in that way, yes, stability. But then again, Nagarjun has been making this point since morning. The ministerial berths. This is where the actual chaos or the drama will actually start, because the old guard is not going to keep quiet. No doubt Mr. Yeddyurappa had promised that all these disqualified MLAs who were given tickets to fight on the BJP, who would win, would be made ministers. But the point is, what about the old guard? Even they are loyal BJP workers. They have been with the party for a very long time. Now suddenly, these disqualified MLAs jump ship, win on a BJP ticket, getting them ministerial posts. This will create a lot of heartburn. Unless, of course, there is proper discussions and dealing with the high command and and the leaders over here, there will be peace. If not, Akshita, this is stability from the numbers point of view. But when it comes to ministerial berths, there will be trouble.
Right, and Nagarjun, that is another point. The fact that now the BJP is leading in 11 seats, they will have to accommodate now these 11 leaders in the cabinet. What really will it mean for the BJP? How will they manage this balancing act? Has the Chief Minister spoken about this?
Well, he has not spoken about it, but has discussed with the rebels and also his party's senior leadership as to who will be getting which portfolio, and all the 15 or 11 who win out of 15 should be given portfolio or not, or should be made a chairperson for corporation or board. That will be the discussion that will be taken up. But the bigger headache, Akshita, is the 4 losing candidates. Whoever loses in this election in terms of BJP ticket, they'll have to be made an MLC and then taken into cabinet membership. The MLCs, there's no vacancy at this point of time. The incumbent MLCs from BJP will have to resign, and the rebels will have to be accommodated. Another round of drama, because MLCs would not be as welcoming as the MLAs to give up their a seat, because it's done through nomination, it's done through teachers' constituency elections, graduate constituency election. Another round of headache for Yeddyurappa, because he had already promised that if people do fail or lose in the assembly elections, they will be made MLC and then taken into cabinet. Okay. So another round of drama will unfold in the next few weeks, depending on how many candidates will lose these elections.
Okay, Nagarjun, Nolan, stay with us. I want to bring in Malvika Avinash of the BJP, who's joining us on this broadcast. Malvika, I'm going to hold off on the congratulations for another hour or so, which is when there'll be some finality in the numbers. But, you know, while it's smooth sailing and you've passed clearly at this point, at least, the bypoll test, the question is what happens next? How are you going to accommodate these leaders in the cabinet while also ensuring that the senior leadership of the BJP is not miffed over the fact that they're possibly going to be sidelined?
To manage aspirations has been clearly shown in the earlier instances.
Good morning, Akshata. I think let us allow the results of the bypolls to sink in first. It is not an unexpected result. The BJP government in Karnataka was confident of retaining not only its position but also getting greater stability as we go forth. And as far as accommodation into ministries and cabinet berths and all of that, I think that's a decision that the party leadership will take, and whatever decision the party leadership takes, the cadre will accept, and that has been how BJP has been functioning for the longest time. I think cadre discipline is something that you can never miss in BJP, and the BJP will take note of the contribution that each of the Karyakarta has made along with these new entrants, and make sure that it's a balanced decision that doesn't cause any heartburn to anyone.
No, but that is the question, Malvika. You made a mention of stability. There's a question of whether really there will be stability, because there could perhaps be infighting in the party that could lead to problems for the BJP. You know, many have been saying that this is almost reminiscent of what happened in 2008-10.
You see, infighting within the BJP will take care of. And let me tell you, there isn't any. There are some, perhaps some differences in opinions. Some of them may be, you know, unhappy that new people have come in, but all of them has been resolved. And if we are winning 11 seats today, it goes to show that the cadre has stood along with the leadership in its decisions of welcoming these members from the other parties. And therefore, I don't think infighting should be a concern at all. There won't be any. There isn't any. If at all, somebody should be concerned about infighting and about differences, it is the Congress party. Because Mr. Siddaramaiah and Dinesh Gundu Rao called upon the Chief Minister to resign if his government could not continue or could not get its numbers. Now will they resign? Because if the Congress has been shown the door today, with such finality by the people of the state, it's because of the infighting within, and it's because of the manner in which Mr. Siddaramaiah and Dinesh Gundu Rao had not been able to get along with the others. So if anybody, it is for the Congress to introspect, to think about what went so completely wrong that the BJP emerges so strong today in Karnataka.
Now that's a valid question. I want to discuss that further with Nagarjun as well. Nagarjun, the Congress's prospects here are down to, at this point, leading in just 2 seats. It almost seems like the Congress has somehow failed to, in fact, create this narrative where they went around in the campaign saying that, look at the BJP's greed for power, look at how they took our MLAs. All of that has clearly failed. The Congress has once again failed to really create any sort of narrative against the BJP, even in districts in North Karnataka, where we saw the entire area being ravaged by floods and a lot of questions being asked of Yeddyurappa.
Well, that is true. In fact, it seems like the Congress party did not take full advantage of the flood situation in terms of telling the people of Karnataka as to how did the government not work for them, and the rehabilitation was not taken up, and also about how turncoats did lose in Maharashtra. These points were not taken to the people of Karnataka, seems like, if you look at the leads today. But sources within the Congress also told us that they wanted the BJP also to take a lead and continue with the government, because the Congress is not ready to form a government with the coalition with JDS at this point of time, because just 3 to 4 months back the coalition collapsed, and once again if they have to be at the mercy of JDS, it wouldn't go as planned, is what we are told. And that is the reason the Congress, also not the complete leadership, did go and a campaign. It was only Siddaramaiah and Dinesh Gundu Rao who are the only 2 Congress leaders who campaigned across Karnataka for this 15th constituency. Apart from that, it was a broken house. The Congress was definitely a broken house. Starting from ticket distribution to who campaigns where, the Congress didn't put up a clear act. While in BJP, the chief ministers led the campaign. All cabinet ministers backed him. Couple of cabinet ministers were given in charge of each constituency. Clearly, that result is showing today.
Okay, so at this point, as much as this seems to be a mandate for the BJP, there will be questions asked of both the Congress and the JDS. The JDS at this point is restricted to 1 constituency. They're leading in Yashwantpur. Even in KRPet right now, it's a contest that's going down to the wire, with the BJP's candidate Narayana Gowda leading by just about 700 votes at this point. So we're tracking that close fight and also what's happening in the other constituencies. For the moment, Malvika, Avinash, Nolan and Nagarjun, thanks for joining us. We will, of course, keep a close eye on the numbers as they trickle in from Karnataka. But at this point, it definitely looks like there's absolutely